Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I'm new to creating videos for Booktube, so kind of bear with me while I get my bearings straight. My name is Erica. I have adored the Booktube and the AuthorTube community for years, and I have gotten so much inspiration from everybody in this giant community that I figured I might as well add my own voice to this hodgepodge family. I decided that since I'm new here, I might as well do the Booktuber Newbie Tag. There are 10 questions in total. Alright, so let's just dive right in. First question, why did you create this Booktube channel? I figured that I created this Booktube channel just about the same reason that anybody else has created a Booktube channel, is because I love books. Like, I go into a bookstore and it's like I'm going to a dealer. Like, instead of buying crack cocaine, I just buy books. I'm pretty sure that at this point, crack cocaine is cheaper than all the books I've gotten. You know, I wanted to kind of add my own voice to this amazing community that I've fallen into, and it's not just a matter of talking about books, but it's a matter of finding friendships and building a tribe around me. It's kind of weird to talk about, but my therapist told me that I need to build a good tribe for myself. I need to find a community that will accept me for who I am and that I can accept others for who they are. And I figure what better place to go than a community that absolutely adores the same things that I do. Also, just being able to talk with people and being able to expand my horizons, being able to help expand other people's horizons. I just want to talk about books, guys. I really do. I want to talk about books. I want to make new friends. I want to grow my tribe. I want to grow my community. And I just want to explore who I am as a person, and this is a fantastic way to do so. Number 2, what are some fun and unique things I can bring to Booktube? One thing that's definitely unique about me, as opposed to a lot of other people I've seen on Booktube and AuthorTube, is that I'm a military wife. I just moved to England about 6 months ago, and I am still settling in. But that's definitely something different that I can add to Booktube. And also, I'm kind of weird. I mean, if you haven't noticed already, but you will soon realize just how strange of a duck I am. Question number 3, what am I most excited about with being a Booktuber now? Making friends, growing this tribe that I keep talking about, because it's not just my therapist's idea, it's my idea too. I have very few friends in life, so sister and husband, and then like 3 friends. I need to get out there, I need to meet people. But I'm also really excited to grow my library, grow my reading list. I'm excited to see where this takes me. I'm excited to grow, I'm excited to find who I am within this community. I'm also excited to, be able to interact with all these people. Yeah, I'm just really excited to see where this can take me. Question 4, why do I love reading? I feel like one of the cliche answers is that reading tends to be an escape for people, and that's very much true for me. I've gotten out of reading a little bit just because it's less of an escape now. I have other things that are kind of taking my focus away from whatever's going on in my life. But I'm getting back into reading. It's definitely been an escape for me. Being able to delve into these beautiful fantasy worlds and being able to experience all of these amazing people and characters and see fantastical worlds from their eyes. It's so strange to me that these people have their own lives, but they don't exist. I don't know. I find it fascinating. The psychology of all of it is what really drives me. But the core reason that sits right here in my heart, the reason I love reading is because my mom read to me. She's a reader too. She has read probably every single mystery book that you could ever dream of. She's the one who read to me when I was little. She's the one who got me hooked on books. She's the one who got me hooked on fantastical worlds. And I will never be able to say thank you enough to her for introducing me to such an amazing thing such as reading. And on top of it, learning, because you can't read without learning something new. Question 5. What books or series got you into reading? Well, like I said, my mom's the one who got me into reading. And I could read Dr. Seuss before I could really read. I would memorize the words. I would memorize when she flipped the pages. So those are the first books that I read. But I will forever adore Dr. Seuss and Roald Dahl because those are the first books that my mama read to me. Those are books that I will always return to. If I need a pick-me-up, I can always go back to Hop on Pop or Go Dog Go and just be myself. I can go back to my childhood and I can be happy. There are also other series and other books that got me personally hooked on reading. Because while my mom got me hooked on reading, I didn't fall in love with Dr. Seuss until later in life. I fell in love with Harry Potter, Percy Jackson. This one's a silly one. Comment down below if you know what this series is. The Owls of Ga'Hoole. And it's like follow-up or prequel series, Wolves of the Beyond. It's like an adjacent series. They kind of interact with each other. But Owls of Ga'Hoole and Wolves of the Beyond are absolutely incredible, and I love going back and reading them. By the way, the Owls of Ga'Hoole movie, it's not that bad. It doesn't follow the books very well, but it's not that bad. It's not as bad as the Percy Jackson movies. I think one of the specific books that really enticed me and that taught me that books are real, that books are something that you can connect with personally, that book was The Secret Life of Bees. Still is. It's one book that I can pick up and I can read over and over and over and never get bored of. Now, of course, I later learned in life the implications of what Harry Potter taught me, whether it be segregation, corrupt government. Something that Secret Life of Bees taught me was that people are different, but that doesn't mean that you can't love them as equals. I learned the Harry Potter stuff later in life. I learned all that stuff after I read it because I wasn't mature enough to understand the deeper set stories of Harry Potter. So learning from Secret Life of Bees as the first book that really talked to me and that really touched me, oh my god, I will never forget it. And it's definitely one of the books that like really drew me in and really told me reading is what you need to do. Number 6, and yes, I use the sign language numbers. You're going to have to deal with it because it's what I do. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? To anybody watching this, you are my favorite booktuber. Anybody watching this, people who put themselves out there and people who talk about the things that they love, you are my favorite booktuber. And the only question that I would have for you is, can I raid your bookshelf? Like, will you sign all of your books to me in your wills, please? Because I will never have enough books. That's literally all I want. Yeah, that's my question for all of you guys, is would you sign your books over to me? Oh, no, I thought of a better one. Comment down below. What is your favorite book of all time? What is the book that you can go back and read over and over and over? That is my question for all my favorite booktubers because all of you guys are my favorite booktubers out there. Number 7, what are some challenges of Booktube that might be difficult to overcome? So, something for me, as extroverted as I seem on camera, I am such an introvert in real life. Like, I extrovert myself all over the place on the internet. It's quite disgusting, actually. I just go bleh and extrovert myself all over everybody. But in real life, I have such bad anxiety. That's the reason I go to therapy. But making these videos is what's really challenging for me. It's going to be a combination of uploading on a decently regular basis and filming without being super embarrassed about what I'm doing. Because while my husband is super supportive of me and super supportive of everything I do, I'm not supportive of me. Again, a reason I'm going to therapy. But it's just one of those things that I need to get over it. Like, I need to get past that roadblock in my own head, and I need to get better at doing this. So it's going to be difficult when he gets back from his deployment because he's about to leave for 6 months. But it's going to be weird talking to a camera when he's home because he's just going to sit on the couch behind the camera and he's just going to smile and like stare at me, and it's going to be weird. And then, I mean, I'm sure I'll get better at it as I go, but it's going to be an interesting challenge to, keep up with this and be proud of the content that I make. Number 8, when did I start reading? I have already answered this. I started reading before I could read. I've never stopped. Okay, that's a lie. I've been in a reading slump for a while just because I've had other things to distract me from reading, such as like going to college, finishing college, and then working a bunch, which has kind of dropped me out of the whole reading thing. It's been a few years. I need to pick it back up. I've literally been reading my entire life. I've been reading since I couldn't read, and I'm 22 now, so yeah, I've been reading for 22 years. Number 9, where do I read? Everywhere. You give me a book and you give me a soft place to sit and I'll read. I enjoy reading outside, but the conditions to read outside have to be like pristine. I mean, my therapist told me that I'm not allowed to sit in bed anymore unless I'm like actively trying to go to sleep. So I don't read in bed anymore. I usually sit on the couch and I curl up with a blanket and I snuggle up with a pillow and I usually bring my stuffed animal down and I go to town, get a good chunk of reading in. And yeah, so I will read anywhere. I have a bag book, not a book bag, a bag book. I usually put a book in a bag and I take it with me everywhere I go so I can either read in the car or whether I'm like waiting for something or if I find a nice shady spot to sit, I can read in the car. I will read anywhere and everywhere. Last question, number 10. What books do I like to read? So many. I'm currently on a contemporary binge. I'm also currently on what seems to be a romance binge, which is quite strange because I've never liked romance before, but it's getting me out of my reading slump. So, like, I just finished this one, Cowboy to the Core by Maisie Yates, and it's really good. I've just grabbed Western books. I've always adamantly steered away from Western books because, you know, I ride horses every single day. I'm like, I don't need to continue this whole Western stuff. I do it all the time. And now that I'm not riding horses every single day, today is not a great example of that because I just got back from riding horses. But because I'm not riding horses every single day, I'm starting to pick up Western books and really delve into that. But contemporary, I've been reading romance recently. I like fantasy. Obviously, I like Harry Potter. I like Percy Jackson. Greek mythology, I finished Circe by Madeline Miller, and that was really good. Give me a book, I'll at least try to read it. I tend to like books that have literary merit. Animal Farm, Secret Life of Bees, those are all fantastic books. The Old Man and the Sea, like, they're just great. I absolutely love them. But I think the only thing that I don't straight up like to read are mysteries, which is so strange because that's my mom's book of choice. You ask her about any mystery book and she'll probably have read it. But I just can't do it. I just can't do mysteries. So that's that. Welcome to my channel, guys. I hope you stuck with me. So let's see. Like this video so that I know to keep making more of them. Comment down below. I think I asked you guys a couple questions to comment on. But yeah, you know, comment down below. If you have any questions for me, I will gladly answer anything. Like I said, on the internet, I extrovert myself all over everybody. It's, again, really disgusting. And then also, be sure to subscribe to this channel because I'm going to actually be posting videos on here. What? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm really excited to see where this channel goes. I think that's it. Alright, bye guys.